Hey everyone and welcome back. So I've been off for a little bit. I've got a few different things that I want to do on here. We are going to be continuing with Inscription, and yes, Injustice 2 has had a long break, but we are going to be getting back to that soon as well. I've had a lot of other things happening, and I've recently created a new channel up for traveling as a travel channel because I travel a lot of, around all over the world. I've actually talked about it when I do some of the quizzes on here, some of the geography quizzes, and I'm going to be doing some GeoGuessr coming up soon. I'm going to be doing a lot of the kind of tournaments and just looking for things on GeoGuessr because, you know, I've traveled a lot. But I thought before we do that, let's react to a real pro. And when I say a pro, I mean this guy looks at something for that. That's the amount of time he's looking. And he'll tell you that because of the colour of a bollard, because of the way that the lines on the road are laid out, he can tell you exactly where in the world you are without even thinking about it. Like, it's automatic. It's like muscle memory. So we're going to be looking at him today because a lot of people obviously go, well, there's no way you can do it that quickly. You've got to be cheating. We're going to be reacting to him with an eye tracker. So specifically what he is looking at to show this guy is just insane at the game. Let's have a look.
Let's just start off with some speedruns, and you guys can just watch how I speedrun games as I, and I'm like...
Okay, well. Okay, I mean, we've just... We're like a second in. What? And I mean, we are literally like a second in there. He looked at it and went, it's there on a map. It would take, let's be honest, it would take a vast majority of people at least 10, 15 seconds to get on the map and find the country. Let alone to have seen the country without moving in any way, didn't look for any things, and then immediately go, yes, there. What? Yeah, let's keep going. I'm going to try not to stop as much on this, but part of me thinks I'm going to because this guy is crazy.
Just speedrunning, just see what I'm looking at. Might be a little helpful to see kind of where my eyes go, things like that. What I use to make educated guesses here. It looks like the Christchurch has
How is that an educated guess? You've only seen for half a second.
Turkey bollards, Turkey landscape. The infill 2, green. This could be Borneo. It was Borneo Sarawak. So not too bad start there. We'll take it.
Not too. Okay, I said I wouldn't stop that often, but okay, not too bad. Not too bad. Not too. He was. Yeah. What the fuck is this?
Indonesia. Kalimantan with Sulawesi. Makes sense. What is this? Romania? Yeah.
How the hell do you know that? It's a road. It's a straight road.
After this, I'll do some more explain guesses
down the road
here.
For me in the UK. What the?
But yeah, South Korea there. This looks like it's going to be just Mexico.
Of course. Yeah, absolutely.
We'll do one more.
Yeah. You know what?
Finland.
See, that legitimately looks like the UK to me.
Netherlands.
This is madness. I spent a lot of time in the Netherlands.
Austria.
You cannot show me something that quick. And how the fuck are you doing that?
Brazil. Right near Sao Paulo. Yep. Looks like Southern Arge, somewhere down here. Could be Chile.
Okay, there's a level of professional that you just go, what?
Now let's try just doing some no move, and I'll explain more of my guesses here.
I mean, you didn't really move
immediately
there.
The yellow sign here, which is found in like Slovenia, Croatia, Monte. And we have this bollard, which is also found in those countries. We also have a rift, which, you know,
okay, the rift thing I have heard about before.
Usually the rifts are more in the north.
I wouldn't be able to tell you
driving left.
So that's an interesting thing that I haven't heard him talk about because I don't know how well travelled this guy is. I am wondering whether it's just because he's so used to, he's played it so many times that he's just used to seeing what he sees. And he's like, oh yeah, of course it's that. And I've been to some of these countries and I'm there going, I would not be able to tell you that. I've been to the countries. I've been in, like, it's the weirdest thing, having been to Montenegro, Netherlands, various other places that he's talked about and going, but how? Like, I don't recognise these things. It's very strange. Because even when he's explaining it there, he's explaining about the bollards and the rift and all that. On some of the ones before, that he was just literally looking at it and then answering, how did his brain process at that speed? It's like the goddamn Flash.
License plates, banners here, architecture, all leads to
Asia?
Indonesia. We have black Gen 4 car driving left.
So, I mean, I can tell you it's Asia, and that's about as far as I
plates.
get. So I'd have a guess here. I wouldn't necessarily know. I'd probably said the Philippines.
These like overall, these like banners I think are super common in Indonesia.
Okay, yeah, I'd probably go
I'll
the
go with
Philippines,
here.
But like,
it was just Borneo or Kalimantan. Low Cam is Switzerland. So this is a privacy thing, and you can see like the wide blur on the bottom is very common in Switzerland and Japan. Also, you get it sometimes.
Okay, so that is the first one that makes sense, because if there's a specific thing on the screen, that wide privacy thing that he was talking about, if that's only really happening in two countries, those two countries that he's mentioned are wildly different from each other in terms of architecture. One of them is obviously European architecture, and Japanese architecture, completely different. So if you see that, if I knew in my head that's what that blur meant, and I saw that, I would know it's Switzerland. That's the first one that's made sense. At speed, you can look at and go, yes. But at the end of this reaction, he's going to be doing stuff that I've seen him do before. I've seen on TikTok and stuff him do before. And it just gets crazy.
In Taiwan, we have a yellow back plate here, which is helpful. And then we have a yellow front plate, which tells me Netherlands with this architecture.
But the architecture looks like I'd find it.
Next round here, we have a long antenna. These mountains, everything here screams Iceland here.
Does it? I mean, okay, that's quite sparse.
It's like very boxy architecture. Yeah. I mean, this is pretty distinct. You get these sometimes in Faroe Islands, kind of like same formation, the mountains,
those
but
bits give away
the car is different, so it kind of has to be in Iceland here.
I think I could potentially get to that one, but it would have taken me a lot longer.
This is a Brazil, back of Brazil car. Double yellow inner lines, white outer lines.
I'm on the wrong
some fences. Pretty dry. It makes me want to go somewhere northeast here.
I thought that would be South Africa.
Yeah, the back of the Brazil car, you get like this kind of white blur.
What the fuck?
It's more west, but that's fine. Here,
the blur on the back of the car. Okay, yeah, sure.
Looks like we're going to be in like Colombia, Brazil again. We have a Colombian cross.
That does look
so this cross on the back is Colombian.
But I wouldn't have been able to say the country.
This looks like we have a black car, which means Argentina, Uruguay, or Peru. But immediately this looks nothing like Peru.
Totally.
It's going to be Argentina, Uruguay. And then notice we don't have a black dot on a license plate here, which means we're going to be in Uruguay. Because Argentina has a black dot on their license in the center of their blurred license plate. Yellow plates, yellow outer line here. Very, very common in Israel. Yellow outer lines are found in like Israel, Jordan.
You have them all the time. Again, I've been to
other countries
what?
as well, but the yellow plate that's going to be. This is an interesting one. I have a black car. Black car usually means Peru, Argentina, Uruguay. It also can mean like Malaysia. But this looks more like Peru than anything to me, I think.
I'm on the wrong continent. Like my thought, although the cows would have probably
kind of looking around here. The car low-key looks like it's driving left, but I think that's just a
what you'd find in Africa.
But maybe just a one-way. So I'll go somewhere like on the eastern side of Peru here, maybe more north. Yeah, what's just up there, more north.
So, what the bloody hell?
So using the car there to your advantage is helpful. Looks like we have Turkish bollards, Turkey signs. This language is very Turkish with the U.
Okay, that's easier. You literally got
Australia has the same bollard, but Australia drives left.
When you see the language,
overall it's like very green and luscious, which makes me think it's going to be more north near the coastline here. And it was very north near the coastline. We'll take that
one
next
at least
round.
Makes sense. You see language.
So immediately we have these Mexico poles. It's like octagonal.
Again,
we also have these like brick walls or like these stone walls, which are very common in Yucatan region of Mexico.
Well, I mean that couldn't, but the way
this
that
truck
pole
is just
you were
very,
talking about, that pole I've seen.
But with these like brick walls or these cobblestone, the walls in general, very, very common in Yucatan. Was Yucatan there? This is New Zealand. We have New Zealand poles here with the possum guard.
Okay, so that looks like Scotland. Apart from there's snow at the top near where his face is, but otherwise those look not massive mountains, so could easily be the Douglases, the mountains up in Scotland. Those poles we have similar. Okay, I think they tend to be wider in the UK. And the parking signs look identical. The road looks identical. We're quite well known for long straight roads as well in England and in the UK. Scotland has them as well when you get up into the north. So he took like no time just going to go, that's New Zealand. How? It would take me time to register. It's just crazy.
Very green. Overall, we have New Zealand bollard here.
Okay, those bollards are different. We're
driving left. You can tell that because the sign's facing left here.
What?
And overall, very big mountains. I usually just go South Island here. So I'll make an educated guess somewhere maybe over here near Nelson.
That's why I think
it was near Queenstown, down there more south. Driving left here, we have this tall grass with a white car driving left. And these like very collective trees are very common in Eswatini. This grass is commonly called the Eswatini grass, where it's like very
like
tall.
One of the smallest countries in Africa.
Same color.
You just know that.
And you get those trees more western. So
formerly Swaziland, if anyone.
This is an interesting one. Definitely gonna be like Indonesia or Malaysia here. I actually might get this wrong.
You've taken half a second. How? Just how?
It's one of the two. Kind of looks the same to me, to be honest. This looks maybe more Indonesian to me though. This banner here, this like sign. Same with this kind of architecture. It feels more maybe Sumatra region. Not entirely sure, to be honest. It doesn't really feel like mainland Malay, which would have to be with a high quality camera here. Looks like we might have a black Gen 4 car as well, so I'll go somewhere in here. It was just Central Java, but
because I don't have time to think.
Nothing too bad. We'll take that.
Look at that. Look at. I'm sorry. His comment, not too bad. Look how close 3 of the 5 are, and the 2 that aren't are still in the right place. And how long did he take? I'd spend longer explaining what the hell just happened than he's taken to actually guess, and he's still explaining it. What the fuck is going on with this guy? He is a machine, and you can see that eye tracker is literally saying, yeah, I'm just looking at that.
Let's just do one more.
Just for the hell of it, yeah. Totally.
We have Gen 2, which is only found. Gen 2 is this like kind of lesser quality camera. You get the wide blur on top, and you get the wide blur on bottom. With short plates and Spanish, you have to be in Mexico with the Gen 2.
So far ahead.
All very helpful. And that was just Tijuana. Makes sense.
Who says you need to go out
next round here, we have an antenna.
Own home.
Blue strip and license plate means we're going to be in the EU.
Okay, that one I would know.
Language here that isn't too familiar with me.
Estonia?
If that's a sticker in the back, I'm more inclined to go like actually that wouldn't really make any sense.
Latvia? Maybe.
Oh, we have a rift. Okay, that makes sense. So rift here inclines Monty or Albania, but we have one single blue strip, if I believe. And Albania would either have a red strip or it's double blue. So I'm more inclined to go Monty here.
I was just going.
Even though it kind of does look like Albania, I have to trust that this is a single blue strip. So I'll go Northern Monty. It was just Northern Monty.
Yep, and I've been to Montenegro.
This is fun. It looks like we're driving left immediately. We have a language here that looks English, which incline that we're going to be in the UK here. I can't see backplates. Usually in
that looks like
the UK you'll get yellow backplates, which you don't see in Ireland.
Okay. So there's one thing he's not mentioned there, which is actually really nice to see. It's incredibly nice to see that he doesn't just know every single detail. You don't need to go and explain it any more than one simple thing. If you watch the last second back, there's a little sign that is black at the bottom, yellow, and says AA. Now I know for like American viewers and I think Canada and places as well, that means Alcoholics Anonymous. Not in the UK. That's automotive assistance. That is who you ring. Them and the RAC and people like that. But basically, when you break down, it's the AA that a lot of people would generally think of to assist you. So if you've broken down, you ring the AA. So that sign, I think, is only in the UK. I don't think it goes over to Ireland or anything like that. I think it is just literally the UK. So that. I mean, it looks like the UK to me anyway, but then about 5 of the other places have. But that one thing alone, if you see AA like that, yellow background, black, it's the UK. 100% it's the UK.
But maybe up here, no, we don't have anything up there.
Yeah. So see there, it's got because the AA also do, a bit like Michelin with stars, like something to do with cars and, you know, giving stars to people. But obviously Michelin do it for restaurants where you might stop off. The AA do it for, hey, this might be a decent hotel to go and see. And because that has vacancies, that's a lodge. That's why there's an AA 5-star rating underneath to say it's a great place to go. So that lodge, wherever you are in the UK, 5-star rating, maybe you want to go along there if you're in the UK countryside.
Don't know my area codes either. But yeah, very common to get these like tall hedges on the side of the road too in the UK and Ireland. But driving left with English would indicate the UK or Ireland. Left, yeah. We have a sign that ends in TIE. That's Finnish.
What?
And overall, just
no.
The
What?
birch.
Just
kind of feels
from
more north to
it
me, to be
ends
honest.
in those letters.
Region guessing
There's
in
gotta be
Finland is kind of
there's gotta
tough
be
for me,
countries that
but
do that all over the
especially with
place.
like these like green Scandinavian houses or red Scandinavian houses. It was north. And then let's do final one here. We have the Tunisia Falakar. It's more light in color, which is usually found north. So I think it's in from like Tunis to I think Monastir. But
So because
usually found more
hard
north,
they get
so
to
capital
follow
here.
he knows it.
It was just outside capital, so
Now I know not all
not
the
bad.
countries of the
Let's
world
try so I can
actually-
only set the image for 0.1 seconds and see how I
GeoGuessr,
fare
but-
now with this. Like Turkey there. Nice. But Sri Lanka.
Okay, this at this point hurts my brain as if it didn't before. But you might not have even seen that bit because you might have blinked. He's now doing 0.1 second flashes of somewhere, and he's getting them. 0.1 seconds. It's just a flash. It takes my brain half a second, so, 5 times the amount of time, just to register that there's been something on the goddamn screen. He's seeing these for 0.1 second. We'll continue and you better see. That was his second one come up.
Nice.
Let's do it right. Look.
Indonesia.
Did you have time to see there was a picture
Nice.
there? And again.
Brazil.
What?
Nice. Norway. Nice.
No. What the fuck? What the actual flying fuck? Just Norway. It was a road. It was just a road. How? Fucking how do you do that? 0.1 second. It was just a flash image that came up. That's the kind of thing you put on for subliminal advertising. Not to, what the fuck? There's something wrong there. What the yeah. 0.1 seconds and he's telling you, yeah, that's that country. How? This guy is cracked.
5 for 5. We'll take it. Let's do one more. See how I do.
4 of 5 will take it. Jesus.
Look like
How do
Borneo.
your brain is not...
It was Malay.
No.
I mean, it still was Malay. This looks like Brazil. Maybe somewhat southish. Yeah, it was more south.
What the fuck? Not only is he telling you the country, where in the country it is for 0.1 second.
That looked like Mexico.
What? Just...
That's Australia. So let's see if I remember anything. Those guardrails, it did feel kind of like in this region. It wasn't in SW.
Stop.
Not too bad.
Okay, so we're gonna end up there. So as you can see, that guy is just cracked, just completely cracked. It was bad enough that he could do the things at speed that we saw at the beginning, but they were still on screen when he was looking at it. Those were 0.1 second that it was on the screen. It's a flash image, and he can just go, yeah. Not only am I going to do to the country, I'm going to tell you whereabouts in the country that flash image for 0.1 second that you saw is. You blink and you have literally missed it with that. Another level, just a completely different level. If any of us are getting anywhere near to that guy in GeoGuessr, I have travelled quite a bit. As I say, I have a new travel channel up for travelling. You can go and find it on YouTube. Do check it out. But I still don't know anything about the countries I've been to compared to him being able to look at the colour of a bush or the way that a bollard is leaning right and just go, yeah, it's clearly Eswatini. Completely cracked. I'm going to be doing a GeoGuessr video soon myself, so you can see how I compare, but let's be honest, I don't. Hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Thanks, everyone.